wants to be my friend. So, if you see someone that you want to be friends with, you should take the first step. I'm trying to take the first step so that we can be friends. I bet you knew that instantly. I'm sure we'll have a great time together here tonight. I'm Kevin, and this is Hot Beat. Our first song on Kevin's Hot Beat for Tuesday, April 9th was Man in Love by Infinite. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin from Zea, and I'll be the host of Hot Beat starting today. Woo! I'm currently a vocal for the 9-member group Zea that debuted in 2010. And recently, I've been coming to you with the song 헤어지던 날, the day we broke up, with a new unit called Zea 5, with fellow members Dongjun, Hyungshik, Siwan, and Minu. Woo! Right now, you guys are listening to Hot Beat, which will be on air every night from midnight to 2 a.m. I'll do my best to make it a fun-filled 2 hours packed with the latest K-pop hits. Yay! I've been on many radio programs before, but this is my first time, so I'm kind of nervous right now. But guys, please understand. I'll do my best, okay? All right, and I'm also looking forward to meeting all of my friends from around the world each night. Now, let me tell you how you can join us on Hot Beat. We've got an FM station in Jeju Island, 88.7 in Jeju City, and 88.1 in Seogwipo City, 101.9 in Daejeong area. And we've got terrestrial DMB as well. Now, I'd also love to hear from you guys. Leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on our Hot Beat message board at www.arirangradio.co.kr. You can write your messages in any languages. That's any languages, guys. So you guys are welcome. And coming up on Hot Beat to celebrate our first show, we're going to have a quiz where you can win a great prize. And in our second hour, we'll be meeting with a special guest who will be congratulating us on the new show. So stay with us for that. But before, we'll be listening to some music. Okay, that's 24/7 by Yoon and 좋겠어 by FT Island. You just heard 24/7 by Yoon and 좋겠어 by FT Island. I Wish by FT Island. We're getting a lot of congratulations for our first Hot Beat. Let me share some of my comments with you. Congratulations on your first show. I think I'm more nervous than you, Kevin. That was from Lee-Hae-soo. Thank you, Hae-soo. Don't be nervous. Trust me. I'm nervous enough for both of us. Ming, I'll be waiting to hear your voice every day. I'll be waiting for you too, Ming. 한은성, oops. Are you sure this is your first time as a DJ? You're doing great. I'd like to request Gina's oops. Ha ha ha! Oops. You're too kind. Danielle, is it nighttime in Korea? It's daytime here. I like your voice. It's so full of energy. I'm in a better mood myself. Please play an upbeat song for me today. Alright, I'll play your upbeat song. So, keep up your energy. Amy, I'd like to hear If You Love Me by NS Yoonji featuring J Park. I'll be tuning in to Hot Beat often. If I play your request song, you promise me, you have to keep listening to my radio, okay? Soy Lee, I'm an international student studying in Korea. I usually get homesick around this time. From now on, I'll be making myself feel better with Hot Beat. Okay. Well, my parents are in Australia, so I can understand how you feeling, Soy Lee. But don't get too lonely. I'll keep you company from now on. Those were your comments and requests. I love hearing from you. We'll be back after your request songs. Now, here is Oops by Gina featuring by Chung Il-hoon of B2B and If You Love Me by NS Yoonji featuring J Park. That was Oops by Gina featuring Chung Il-hoon of B2B and If You Love Me by NS Yoonji featured by J Park. I know a lot of you have smartphones these days, so I'd like to tell you about our Arirang Radio smartphone app. Just search for Arirang Radio in your app store. That's Arirang Radio, Arirang Radio. It's a free app, so you can listen to our program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Just log in once and you can set it into auto login, so if you haven't got it, get it now! Okay, if you're joining us through a PC, log onto the Arirang website and click the on-air button or download the Arirang cast. You cannot play back past shows, so be sure to join us while we're on air. If you feel more comfortable with Korean than English, there's a Korean button on the upper right-hand corner of the Arirang website. Drop by the Hotbeat website often and leave us all your comments. Let's listen to some more music. Here is Pandora by Kara and 전쟁이야 Oh by Am Black. This is War. You just heard Pandora by Kara and This is War by Am Black. And today, in commemoration of our first Hot Beat, we have a surprise quiz. I mentioned earlier that we'll be having some special guests join us on the second half of today's Hot Beat. But I didn't tell you who because of this quiz. Here's the quiz question. Guess the special guests that will be appearing on part 2 of our show. Hint, they're like family. Number 1, the Jackson 5. Number 2, Zell 5. And number 3, Maroon 5. Let me repeat that for you. Who will be the first guests on Hot Beat appearing in the second half? It's multiple choice, guys. First, the Jackson 5. 2, Zell 5. 3, Maroon 5. If you know the answer, post it on our Hot Beat message board at www.arirangradio.co.kr. We will be choosing 5 lucky winners, that's 5 lucky winners, to take home signed CDs from our guests. While you're answering the quiz questions, we'll listen to some music. Here is Stay Still by Supreme Team, featured by Crush, and Guilty by Dynamic Duo. That was Stay Still by Supreme Team, featured by Crush, and Guilty by Dynamic Duo. I'm going to repeat the question one last time for those of you who are just joining us or haven't figured it out yet. Serious? Now, coming up soon, part 2 of Hot Beat is an interview with some special guests. Like I mentioned, they're like family. Here are your choices. Number 1, the Jackson 5. Number 2, Zell 5. And number 3, Maroon 5. Having some trouble? Here is another hint. Last hint. I'm a member of the group 제국의 아이들. But our foreigner fans shorten it to this. I'm sure you can get it now, right? Post your answers on the Hot Beat message board at www.arirangradio.co.kr. We'll be choosing 5 winners to receive signed CDs from our guests. We'll be back after some more music. Next will be Good Day by IU and La Blossom by K-Will. That was Good Day by IU and La Blossom by K-Will. I know a lot of you have smartphones, so I'd like to tell you about our Arirang Radio smartphone app. Just search for Arirang Radio in your app store. That's ARIRANG Radio. Arirang Radio. It's a free app, so you can listen to our program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Just log in once and you can set it into auto login, so if you haven't got it yet, get it now! If you're joining us through a PC, log on to our Arirang website and click the on-air button or download the Arirang cast. You cannot play back past shows, so be sure to join us while we're on air. If you feel more comfortable with Korean than English, there's a Korean button on the upper right-hand corner of the Arirang website. Drop by the Hotbeat website often and leave us your comment. Here is song for you, 너 때문에 잠있게 by 김슬기, 고경표. That was 너 때문에 잠있게 by 김슬기 and 고경표. It's time to wrap up part 1 of Hotbeat, but we will be back in part 2 with our special guests, who, of course, are the answers to today's quiz. What will they be like? What will they have to say? Stay with us to find out. Also, stay tuned to find out the answer to the quiz. Here is the last song of part 1. With You by Spica and Aya by Boyfriend.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to listen to the Hot Beat. All the sexy girls out there, are you ready to join?
BET Hot Beat. You're listening to part 2 of Hot Beat with me, Kevin from Zeo. Yay! Woo! What did you think about the clip you just heard? That was my voice. That was my voice, guys. And you'll be hearing it every night at the beginning of Hot Beats Part 2. We'll be back after one more song. Here is Listen to My Heart Beat You, 2 p.m. Heartbeat. You just heard Listen to My Heart Beat by 2 p.m. Woo! Let me tell you again, how can you tune into Hot Beat? We've got FM station in Jeju Island, 88.7 in Jeju City, and 88.1 in Seogwipo City, 101.9 in Daejeong area. And we've got terrestrial DMB as well. If you got a smartphone, just search for Arirang Radio in your app store. That's ARIRANG RADIO. That's Arirang Radio. It's free app, so you can listen to our program on the move and leave your comments through the smartphone Arirang Radio app. Now, I'd also love to hear from you guys. Leave us your comments, messages, and song requests here on our Hotbeat message board at www.arirangradio.co.kr. You can write your messages in any languages. That's any languages. We'll be back with our guests after one more song. Now this song, I've got a boy 멋진, I've got a boy 착한, I've got a boy by 소녀시대 Girls' Generation. I recently saw an action movie with an unforgettable scene. The two main characters were surrounded by the enemy. They quickly exchanged glances, they turned back to back, and began shooting all around them. Showing someone your back isn't always a signal of betrayal. It can also be a symbol of trust, showing them that you would trust them with your life. In that sense, I think I would be able to turn my back any day on today's guests. Let's welcome the first guest of Hotbeat, Zea5! Wow! Zea5! Well, thank you so much for joining us on Hotbeat. We have Zea5's 동준, 형식, 시완, and Minu. Welcome!
Welcome.
Now, first, please say hello to all of our Hotbeat listeners from 동준.
Hi, I'm DJ.
시완.
안녕하세요. 저는 시안입니다.
Hello, 민우.
안녕하세요, 형식입니다.
And I'm Kevin. Woo!
Yeah.
Yep. And we also have the beautiful interpreter, 장소희, with us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah,
감사합니다.
very nice to meet you.
반갑습니다.
Now, this is the first time that I'm hosting Hotbeat. What is it like watching me do the show? You guys, like,
일단 우선 우리를 소개하기 전에
uh-huh.
우리한테 등을 보여도 믿을 수 있다고 했잖아요.
Yep.
믿어요?
So Shiwan asked if you can really trust them even by showing your back to them.
Yes, of course. You're my family. You're my like brothers. Of course, I can turn my back any day.
형제니까 하실 수 있다고.
Back to back.
거짓말 치시네.
후회하게 만들어줄 거야.